Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Cosmos OET Reading Part A live session. I'm Feba.
And I'm Ashwin.
Okay, as I told earlier, today we are going to discuss OET Reading Part A. I think most of you are aware that Reading Part A has three parts. Reading has three parts A, B, and C. And the C part is in turn divided into C1 and C2. But today we are going to focus on Reading Part A. Let's discuss more about reading part A and find out what are the tips that we can use to tackle reading part A.
So, for reading part A, there are four texts, which is text A, text B, text C, and text D. Now, each of the texts has a different content based on an overall common topic. For example, if the overall common topic is, let's say, malaria, the first the first text, that is text A, would be having content about disease conditions, and text B would be having content about, let's say, clinical symptoms. Text C would be about diagnosis, and text C would probably be about some table or numerical data about treatments or dosages about certain drugs.
Yes, as Ashwin said, we will have different texts, text A, B, C, and D for reading part A, from which we will be attending 20 questions. And the challenge is reading part A has to be completed within 15 minutes. That means you will get roughly 45 seconds for each of the question. And it is really challenging to find out these answers for 20 questions in such a limited period of time. But with proper techniques and practice, we can tackle this issue. But for reading, generally, to improve our reading skills, it is good to read a lot of general English. And then it is also good to improve your skills, not only the reading skills, but also the comprehension skills. Because you are reading, but at the same time, you have to understand what's the content in each of the texts you are coming across in OET reading. Also, it is always best to keep a separate reading book for OET reading, where you can write the new words that you come across each passage and you can refresh it later as you practice reading.
Okay, so now let's move on to the different types of questions that come in part A reading. So there are three types of questions in part A. The first is matching questions, second is short answer questions, and third is sentence completion or fill in the blanks questions. Okay, now first let's discuss the matching type questions.
So, matching questions, it means the first set of seven questions will be matching questions. There, you have to find the information that you have in the question from one of the four texts that you come across in part A. That is, you have to pick the alphabet. Um, that is A or B or C or D. You have to just write down the alphabet for questions 1 to 7. And for
And for short answer questions, the question itself is quite self-explanatory. You have to write a short answer. That is, you have to write either a word or a phrase or a number from one of the four given texts. And these questions usually are numbered from 8 to 15, although occasionally they might even be from 8 to 14. Now, regarding these short answer questions, there are a few things you need to keep in mind when you answer these short answer questions. First is always write your answer in the line provided. Okay, don't write your answer anywhere, always write your answer in the line provided. Now, the second is always start your answer with a capital letter. This is quite essential. Always start your answer with a capital letter and also follow the punctuation rules. Now, the third thing to note is that you must not make any spelling mistakes. Okay, you're just basically copying the answer straight from the text, so spelling mistakes are penalized heavily. And finally, don't change the singular or plural forms of the answers in the text. Okay, for example, if the word is a plural, if the answer or the phrase or the words are given in plural form, the answer or should also be in a plural form. Okay, now over to Feba.
Yes, and now the third set of questions are sentence completion questions or fill the gap questions. There you will get 5 or 6 questions, and you have to fill in the gaps in the questions with specific texts from with specific words or phrases or numericals from the four texts. And here also you have to follow the punctuation rule. If the gap is in the beginning of the sentence, your answers should always begin with a capital letter. But if the gaps are in the middle of the sentence or at the end of the sentence, you should always write all the letters in small letters. And that's the punctuation rule you have to follow. As Ashwin said earlier, you should never change the format of the words or phrases that you take from the text to fill in the gaps. Never change that. Also, please avoid spelling mistakes. Since you are simply copying and pasting the answers from the text into the gaps, never make spelling mistakes because they won't give any concession for the spelling mistakes you make in this scenario. And also for plural answer questions, always write the answers in plural form. Never make it singular.
Now, most people have a tendency to skip the matching questions and go straight to the short answer and sentence completion questions. We advise that you don't do this. Okay, it's better to start from the beginning, that is 1 to 7, then 8 to 15, and then finally 16 to 20.
Okay, do you know, Asham, why it is set like that? We have to always follow the sequential order.
Because for matching the questions, we have to identify the relevant text in which the information is present. Okay, so if we already complete this matching type question, for the next type of questions, which is the short answer questions, for short answer questions and sentence completion questions, we'll already have an idea where the answers or which text will contain the right answers. Okay, so that's the biggest advantage for doing the matching questions first.
Okay. Ashwin, we have already said that we have to follow certain punctuation rules when we write the answers. But there comes an advantage. You can write all the answers in capital letters. That means the entire words or phrases can be written in capital letters so that you won't make any mistake in the punctuation rules.
It's also helpful if you're not very confident in your handwriting.
Yes, Ashwin is right. If you are not confident that your handwriting is not legible, it is always good to write your answers and the entire answer in capital letters.
Yes.
So, Ashwin, what are the techniques that we can adopt to make our reading faster and write the answers? Because we have to write almost 20 questions, right? In
Yes.
15 minutes. So, is there any technique that we can adopt to make it faster?
Well, there are three main things we can do. First is fast reading. Okay.
Mhm.
And by fast reading, I mean you take about 15 seconds to read each text. Okay. So you'll be taking a total of 60 seconds, that is 1 minute, to read all four texts. So text A is 15 minutes, text B is 15 minutes, text C is 15 seconds, and finally text D is also 15 seconds. So you read all four passages in 1 minute, and after that you do skimming. Skimming means it's basically word spotting. You just run your eyes through the passage, you look for the headings, subheadings, and bullet points within the text, and you mark them. Also, you try to memorize or note any keywords or any words that which stand out, which you think might help you when you attempt the questions. And finally, you do scanning. Scanning comes when you actually start doing the questions. Okay, first you read the question, then then you try to find the keywords in the text which you found out from skimming, and then you read the appropriate relevant section of the text more deeply and more thoroughly to find the right answer to the question.
Okay, Ashwin. So that's the techniques we adopt for doing reading part A. Fast reading, then skimming and scanning. This will help you to tackle all the 20 questions within the 15 minutes so that you won't get afraid or you won't get scared of attending part A. So,
So, right.
so for today, we have chosen a specific text for you so that we can practice it together. And let's see if we can do it on time. And for today's reading, we have selected a survey on skin lightening creams. Is it, Ashwin?
Yes.
So, as we said earlier, we have to do fast reading. That means you have to spend just 15 seconds on each of the text A, B, C, and D, to get an overall idea of each of the text. Then do the skimming, then do the scanning for finding out the 20 answers. So, shall we move to the next first text?
Sure.
So now you will have 15 seconds. Just run through the text in this 15 seconds. After that, we can go to text B. So we hope you all have just read through the four texts A, B, C, and D with 15 seconds on each of the text. Have you identified any keywords in the text?
Well, let's go. Move forward.
Okay. So this is all about fast reading. Now I think we can show this text for a little longer to do the skimming,
Right.
so that they can identify keywords in each of the sentence.
Yes.
They can keep it in their mind, and as they come across the question, they can get an idea where they found that keyword.
Yes.
Okay, so now we will make you read the text again so that you can skim through the texts. You just identify the keywords in each of the text. We are not saying to read each and every sentence line by line or word by word. Just go through each of the four texts and identify the keywords. That will help you in answering the questions. So let's start with text A. It is already displayed on the screen. Please go through it and identify the keywords. I think by this time they have come up with keywords for text A, right, Ashwin?
Right. Now let's move on to text
Text
B.
B. As Ashwin sir said, please check the headings, subheadings, and then the keywords.
Noting these headings and subheadings will help you help you to, well, find the answers quickly, because you know which text will contain which content, and that will help you find the answer in the text. Quite that first of all, that will help you identify which text contains the answer, and then depending upon the area, you can do skimming and further scanning to find out which section of the text contains the relevant answer. Okay, let's move on to text C. Okay, and now text D. Okay, so I hope everyone has identified the keywords in these texts. So let's move forward.
So shall we discuss some of the keywords in each of the texts,
Sure.
Ashwin? So let's see what are the keywords that you might have identified in text A.
So,
Can you please tell us if you have identified some keywords in text A? We are expecting responses from you so that we can have an interactive session, right? Nobody has responded so far.
okay, so the first keyword would be this high dose steroids.
Yes,
That
high
will be
dose steroids.
the fifth line of text A, high dose steroids or simply steroids.
Then skin lightening creams just above that.
And
Then dermatologist.
dermatologists
Then you got a phrase here, over the counter.
over the counter, right?
Yeah. When you can buy medicines without prescriptions, that is over the counter.
Right. That's the
Oh,
phrase for buying medicines without a
without
prescription.
prescription,
Right.
yes. So I think we can move to text B.
Right. Text C, the heading is cosmetic use of skin lightening products during pregnancy in Dakar, Senegal.
Yes.
So I believe pregnancy is one keyword
Yeah,
right from the heading itself.
yes.
You can find it. Uh,
Then sub-Saharan Africa.
Sub-Saharan Africa,
Then skin lightness.
skin lightness. Then there's also percentages, right? 68 of 99 selected women use skin lightness. Okay, you can
Yes.
also note down numbers, not just
Numbers.
keywords.
Yeah.
Numbers are also very important.
Yes. Then here we got hydroquinone, then highly potent steroids. Then what else? Plasma cortisol level.
Plasma, right? A smaller placenta, that's also
Yeah,
there.
smaller placenta. Then high rate of low birth weight infants, low
Right.
birth weight infants. So I think we can move to
Text C,
text C. The
which is
heading
again,
itself is a
yes,
keyword, tanning,
tanning
biological and
and
health
health effects.
effects.
Next is UV radiation,
UV
ultraviolet,
radiation, yes. Then brown
then
pigment,
called
melanin,
melanin,
then artificial tanning methods,
artificial tanning methods,
cancer,
cancer, and
damage to DNA,
damage to DNA, and eye, eye
aging,
aging, eye protection. Then,
cataract.
yes, cataract,
Yes.
those things. And finally, for text D, which is again the keyword is in the main keyword is in the heading
Heading,
itself, which is sunbeds. So that's a keyword. And then there is Wales. Text D talks about this location Wales a lot. So Wales is a keyword.
yes. Then sunbeds, we have already told that. Ultraviolet radiation,
Ultraviolet radiation,
then
and this a specific type of cancer is mentioned in text D, which is malignant melanoma.
malignant melanoma. Okay, so these are the keywords that we can quickly identify from these four texts, right,
Yes.
Ashwin?
Yes.
Yes. So I think now it's time to practice some questions.
Yes.
So only through practice we can improve our reading skills, right?
Yes. So let's begin with questions 1 to 7, that is matching questions.
Yes.
So,
So as I said earlier, questions 1 to 7 are matching questions. There you have to find the information in the question. You have to find out in which text can you find this information.
right?
But the thing is, though it's called matching questions, matching words are not enough.
Right.
Sometimes the one keyword that you identify in this question can be found in text A, B, and C.
So yes, so the same keywords can be found in multiple texts. So you cannot just find the right answer through the keywords alone. You have to read the text very carefully. You have to read the relevant section of the text. You have to scan as well.
Yes. Then only you can find the appropriate answer for a question.
Question, yes.
So, shall we do the first question?
Sure. Let's
Yeah?
begin.
Okay. So, the first question is, in which text can you find information about the contents of skin lightening creams?
Right.
So, can you tell me, so what are the keywords in this question?
Contents.
Yeah,
The contents of skin lightening creams. So the keyword here is contents.
contents and skin
Skin
lightening
lightening
cream.
creams. So I believe that comes in uh, text A, I believe.
Yes. Let's see. So, contents of the skin
Skin
lightening
lightening
cream.
cream.
Yeah, here
The
we can
most,
see a word.
yes, many skin lightening creams contain illegal compounds that can damage your health. And moving on the dialogue, the most common compounds in are high dosage steroids.
Steroids. So, here we have the answer for our first question.
That is high dosage steroids, which is found in text
Yes.
A. So the answer to question 1 is A.
A. Likewise, we have to find out the answers for the remaining 6 questions.
As well.
So I think we can give some time, right,
Yes.
for our people
Viewers.
who are watching this
Yes.
to do the questions, so that can be helpful for them.
Yes.
So everyone, we are just giving you a few minutes. So
Try to do these questions on your own.
yes, I think we can go with the second question: the risk of overexposure to UV radiation.
Okay. I believe the keywords for UV radiation came in text C, I believe.
Ah,
Text C was about UV radiation and aging.
yes, yes, yes. Overexposure to UV radiation. So I think this UV radiation can be found in most of the texts.
Yes,
So
multiple
it's
texts, but
simply matching the words cannot help in this. We have to find out the risk of overexposure to UV radiation.
right, which is
Because the word UV radiation can be found in every
right.
text.
Yes. In text C, there are multiple places which mention the word UV radiation, but the effects of UV radiation are mentioned in
No, overexposure to UV radiation. Here
right,
we can see the effects of recurring UV exposure,
right,
but it is not the overexposure to UV radiation, right?
right, right.
I think it's in text D. Let's see if we can find out.
Here in
Yes.
line number 6, skin cancer incidence is very strongly linked to overexposure to ultraviolet radiation through sunbeds.
So our answer for the question is D.
D. Question number 2, the answer is D.
D. That's the thing. We got the keyword UV
In
exposure.
in both text C and D, but it, text D had the proper answer.
Answer. Overexposure to ultraviolet radiation is mentioned in text D. So
D.
our answer is D.
Yes. Now let's move on to question number 3.
Okay.
Question number 3, the sources of ultraviolet exposure.
Again, here, what are the keywords? Can you people identify the keywords in this question? The sources of ultraviolet exposure?
Well, the keywords the keywords are sources and exposure. Those are the main two keywords in this question.
So you have already fast read the four texts. So can you identify from your memory in which text this information can be found. The sources of ultraviolet exposure. I think in between someone have asked a question, student lifestyle. If we write only steroid, is that correct? Right now we are discussing questions 1 to 7. So we are just picking out the alphabets A, B, C, D. We haven't come into the sentence completion question or short answer
Questions.
question. So can you
So
please?
we will discuss the answers when we discuss those questions.
Yes. So have you identified the keyword
Not the
in
keyword, the text, the which text contains the information of question number 3, the sources of ultraviolet exposure. Again, ultraviolet information about ultraviolet exposure comes in both C and D paragraphs. So it's one of those two texts. So the
yes
key is to find which text contains the
sources
sources. So let's check
if it's C
text.
or D?
Yes, let's check for text C.
So can you people find out sources of UV radiation?
Here in the fourth line, sunlight and artificial tanning methods such as tanning booths or salons are sources of UV exposure.
Exposure. So
So there
there
is
it is clearly mentioned the sources of UV exposure.
the keyword is sources and exposure, both of which are present in this line. So this is the answer: sunlight and artificial tanning methods, which is mentioned in text C. So the answer is C.
C.
Now we'll move on to the fourth question. Who used topical skin lighteners?
So can you people tell what are the keywords in question 4? Please respond.
Okay, for question for
I think
the
somebody has responded B. Who uses topical skin lighteners?
mm,
Any more responses for question 4? Yeah. So a lot of people are saying
that is
the
text
option is
D.
B.
Okay, so
So
let's
let's
check.
see,
Yes,
right?
fine. Yes, right. In the first line of the text itself, many women of childbearing age from the sub-Saharan Africa use topical skin lighteners.
Yeah.
So the answer is given in the
Text
first line of text B itself.
B. Yeah.
So the answer is D. That is correct.
Yeah. So you have to come to the keywords in the text from your memory.
Yes.
That's the importance of fast reading and skimming. You have to quickly glance through the texts, identify the keywords. So when you do each question, by
You'll be able,
finding out the keywords,
you'll be able to track the answer in the texts very quickly.
yes. So it's all about fast reading and comprehension, quick comprehension of the text.
Yes.
That makes reading part A easier for you. I think we can move to the next question, right,
Yes.
Ashwin?
Yes.
So the question number 5. Reason for increase in rate of malignant melanoma. So please identify the keywords in the question, and I think we have already said in which paragraph malignant melanoma comes. If you remember, you can respond in which text you can find the information of question
Information.
5.
Okay, what are the keywords in this question? The reason for increase in the rate of malignant melanoma. One is the obvious, malignant melanoma. And any other? The other keyword would be reason.
Yeah, increase in rate.
Yes. So which text would contain the information for question number 5?
I think Jodis has said the keyword malignant melanoma for
Yes.
question 5. Good, Jodis, you have identified it correctly. So somebody is responding C,
Another person has said D.
D. Student lifestyle C, Jodis said D. Any more responses for question 5?
Okay, let's look through both the texts C and D. Okay, first let's look at like text C. See if see if we can find the answer there.
So let's see who have made it correct, right? Because two people have responded. Let's see who made it correct. So C,
C.
you cannot see the word malignant melanoma
Yes.
there, right?
The words malignant melanoma are mentioned nowhere in text C. Okay, the keyword malignant melanoma is not present in text C, so text C cannot be the right answer. So let's move on to text D.
Yeah, here we got the word
Malignant
malignant
melanoma.
melanoma.
Yes. The fourth last line in the dialogue, double quotes, Wales alone has 500 cases of malignant melanoma a year, the most dangerous and potentially fatal form of skin cancer, resulting in nearly 100 deaths annually.
And there in the next sentence it is given, the rise in incidence of this type of skin cancer is truly alarming.
Right. So that's the keyword malignant melanoma, which is found in text D.
So Jyotis got it right, Ashutosh got it right, and Care Plus got it right. They have all said it is D, and you people made it correct. Good job.
Right. So what are the reasons that are mentioned here? The actual question. Yes. The reasons are banned sunbeds. The sunbeds, the non-staff operated sunbeds are the problem that's mentioned
Yeah,
in text D.
yeah.
So it's not just the keywords; it's the actual content, which is the answer is the sunbeds or non-staff operated sunbeds are the reason why malignant melanoma is so prevalent in Wales.
Yes. So we can jump to next question.
Right. Question number 6: the risks of repeated UV exposures.
So can you people please identify the keywords for question 6?
Okay, the keywords would be risks and repeated UV exposures. Those are the two main keywords.
Okay, so can you identify the text in which this information is present? Can you people please respond for question 6?
Okay, which text would contain the following keywords? Risks and repeated UV exposure.
Yeah, Devi Nandana has said repeated UV exposure as the keyword.
Yes.
You are right, Devi Nandana. Yes, Jyotis, you are correct. So, can you tell us in which paragraph this information can be found? Yeah, Capless is saying C, Jyotis is saying C, Crazy Gamer is saying it's B, Devi Nandana is saying it's C.
Okay,
So,
so
Ashutosh is saying C. So, let's see, right?
right.
Alfie is saying C. So, majority of the people are saying it's C. So,
C.
let's
Look
look
at text C.
C. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Here we have the word recurring UV exposure may result in aging.
Right.
Here comes the synonym. That's the importance of synonym. I think Ashwin sir have already said the importance of identifying the synonyms, right?
Yes.
So what are synonyms?
Synonyms are basically different words with the same meaning. Okay, the text might use a different word from the question, but both words have the same meaning. Okay, the question used the word repeated, but the text uses the word recurring. Both repeated and recurring are synonyms because they have the same meaning. Okay, so repeated UV exposure is the same as recurring UV exposure.
So our answer for question 6 is C. So most of you have made it right and good job people.
All of you, good job, everyone.
So let's go with the last question of the set.
Question number 7. The usual practice during pregnancy.
So by identifying the keyword itself without going back into the text, you can answer this question, right?
Yes.
Because the keywords here, the usual practice and pregnancy, it's only found in one text and we have already said it where it is found when we discussed texts.
Mm,
Some are saying C,
let's say
Care Plus
B.
is telling it's B. Any more responses? Yeah, Devinandana, you are right. Pregnancy is a keyword.
Right? And which text can this keyword be found in? Pregnancy,
Student
usual
lifestyle
practice.
is saying it is B. Okay, there not only pregnancy is the keyword, the usual practice is also a keyword here.
There are multiple keywords for a simple question. Usual
Yes.
practice and pregnancy. Yes, most people got it right. The keyword pregnancy comes in text B. So let's take a look at text B. Right, from the first, uh, from the heading itself, we can see it. The cosmetic use of skin lightening products during pregnancy. Right, so the keyword can be found in the heading itself. That's the first keyword there. In the can be found in the heading, and now the various usual use. Right, that's the question.
And here in the towards the end of the sentence, you got it here. Skin lightening is a common practice during pregnancy in Dhaka. So in the question, we got it as usual practice, and here in the text, it is given as
A
common
common
practice.
practice.
Again, a synonym is coming
Yes.
here. So
Here, usual and common. The usual is given in the question, and in the text is given as common. So both usual and common are synonyms.
and our answer is B, and most of you made it right. Again, good job.
Well done, everyone.
So there comes the end of our matching questions from 1 to 7.
Yes.
So by this time, I think most of you have got an idea of the
How,
keywords
yeah,
and the corresponding texts.
how to identify the keywords through fast reading and skimming.
Yes, and I'm sure this will be helpful for you to read the next questions from 8 to 20 because you are already aware the keywords and where they can be found.
Yes. Because now that you've done fast reading and skimming for once, you'll be able to, identify the relevant information in which text. So you'll be able to find the answers for short answer questions and sentence completion questions much more easily because you've already done it before for matching questions. So these questions will be easier to complete. Okay, so let's move on to the short answer questions.
Yes, SAQs from 8 to 15.
So questions 8 to 15. Answer each of the questions 8 to 15 with a word or short phrase from one of the texts.
So let's start doing the questions.
Question number 8. Which kind of skin lighteners are used by women in sub-Saharan Africa? Okay, so What are the keywords in this question? Well, there's the obvious skin lightness, but other than that, what are the keywords for question number 8?
Women.
Women, and then of course the name of the area, Sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, names of places can also be keywords. Okay, because uh, you cannot write the name of a place in any other way. Okay, the name of a place is quite unique. It's a proper noun. It's not something you use to repeat it. So,
So I think the people are started pouring in
okay,
the text in which they can find this answer.
yes, and
Some
majority.
Ireland has said it's B, Alfie said it's B, Crazy Gamer is saying it's C,
So most people believe it's text
B.
B.
So
So let's take a look.
yeah, let's go to text B and find out the answer. So can you people please identify the precise word for the question? So our question is, which kind of skin lighteners are used by women in sub-Saharan Africa? So what kind of skin lighteners are they using? Are you able to find out the answer? Any responses?
The answer can be found in the first line of the text itself. Many women of childbearing age from sub-Saharan Africa use topical skin lighteners. So the answer is topical.
Anybody got it right? Yeah, Joe just said it's topical.
Right. Right. And as I said before, when you write the answer, the first letter of your answer must always be in a capital. Okay, the first letter of your answer should always be a capital letter. So the answer for question number 8 is topical.
So you you only have to write topical, no need to write topical skin
Skin
lightness
lightness.
because skin lightness it's already given in the question, so no need to repeat that. Just write topical.
The answer is that one word, topical.
Yes, Cat plus Arsha, BS, Alfie, you all got it right.
Yes, most people got it right.
Right, yes.
Right. Now let's move on to question number 9. Question number 9. What type of sunbeds are subjected to penalties in Wales?
So can you tell us in which text can be found this information? Ninth question information.
What are the keywords in this question? Obviously, one is sunbeds, next is penalties, and Wales. So those three words are the keywords in this question. Question number 9. Sunbeds, penalties, and Wales. So in which text can we find these three keywords?
Question number 9.
Everyone please answer question number 9. Which are the keywords and where in which text can we find those keywords?
I think still responses are coming in for question 8. You all are right. The answer is topical. So we are now discussing
Question
question
number
9.
9. So I believe I've mentioned the keywords before for question number
Yeah,
9.
sunbeds, whales. So can you identify in which text this information can be found and what might be the
Yes,
answer?
one word is a penalty. One keyword is penalty. That's correct. So in which text can we find this relevant information for this question? Question number 9.
A or B or C or D?
A, B, C. Yes, sunbeds is a keyword. Yes, right.
Yeah, K plus
Yes.
is saying it's D.
K plus is D. Anyone else?
I think let's jump into text D.
Text D.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
and now many are saying it's D.
Right. Right. Banned sunbeds. Right. The first keyword can be found in the heading itself. Banned sunbeds.
Sunbeds.
Right. And reading on, unsupervised sunbeds have no redeeming feature, says Wales Chief Medical Officer Dr. Johnny Jewell. So those are two keywords in the first line itself. Right.
So can you find out what is the type of sunbed that's found in Wales? Can you identify the answer from this text?
Okay. What word is used for the keyword penalty in this text?
I think nobody has responded. Okay, type of sunbeds is a keyword.
Yes.
So can you identify what is that sunbed that's penalized in Wales?
Yes.
Somebody, yeah.
Jyotis answered unstaffed coin operated. Right. Text D, the second sentence. From Monday, businesses with unstaffed coin operated sunbeds could be fined £5,000. So the answer is unstaffed coin operated.
Yeah, and for fine, in the question we can find the word penalty.
Yes. So fine is a synonym of the word penalty because penalty is a punishment and fine is a punishment. So fine here is the penalty that is mentioned in the question.
Okay, Ajit Kumar, it's not unsupervised, it's unstaffed coin operated sunbed because
You have
uh,
to write the exact same phrase as given in the question.
yeah, that's why we said earlier, it's not about simply finding out the exact words from the text, but you have to find out the answer most appropriate to the question. So here we got unstaffed coin operated sunbeds.
Yes. And the U of unstaffed must be a capital letter, and between coin and operated there should be a hyphen. You have to write the answer, you have to write the phrase as it is given in the text, but keep in mind to keep the first letter capital. So Jyotis and Shadi, you got it correct. Unstaffed coin operated.
Let's move to question number 10. I think it's a pretty easy question.
Right.
How many death cases of malignant melanoma were reported annually in Wales? So I think most of them can identify from which text this question is coming, right?
Right. Because
Because,
the keyword can only be found in one text.
yes. So can you people please tell in which text can you find this text?
So in which text can you find the answer to question number 10? Question number 10, please.
So here is death cases,
Malignant
malignant melanoma
melanoma
reported
reported annually.
annually, Wales. These are all the keywords in the question.
So can anyone please uh, explain in which text does the answer to question number 10 come in? Okay, we're now discussing the answers to question number 10. Yes, Jyotis, the answer is you're right. The information can be found in text
Text D.
D. Okay, now let's move on to text D. Right. Text C, where can we find it? The fourth last sentence.
So, can you find out how
What?
many death cases reported annually in Wales? Okay, you are right, Jyotis and Akila. That information can be found in text D. So, can you
Right.
identify the number?
What is the exact number of deaths due to malignant melanoma in Wales annually? Okay, most people got it right in which text it can be found. So, what is the exact answer for this question?
Yes, Needu, you are right. Yeah, Jyotis says it's
Yes,
100.
yes,
Any more responses? Calculus is saying
yes,
100. Devi
yes.
Nandana is saying it's 100.
Okay, most people got it right. The answer is
Yes,
100.
100.
Right. So, from the fourth last sentence, we can read it. Wales alone has 500 cases of malignant melanoma a year, the most dangerous and potentially fatal form of skin cancer, resulting in nearly 100 deaths annually.
Annually.
So
So
the
there comes the answer.
100 deaths annually. But please don't get confused. The 500 is the number of cases, but the number of deaths is 100. So please don't get confused regarding that. Okay. So the answer is 100. Now let's move on to question number 11. Which is the common eye disease related to damage from UV radiation exposure? Okay, so
What are the keywords in the question 11? Eye disease,
UV
damage,
radiation, UV
UV
radiation
radiation
exposure,
exposure.
right?
But here again, UV radiation exposure, I think it can be seen in multiple
Multiple
texts.
texts, yes.
So you have to mainly focus on eye
The other
disease
disease,
and
yes, the other two keywords, which is damage and eye
eye
disease.
disease. So can you please tell us in which text can this information be found? When you just fast read through the four texts, have you seen somewhere any sentences related to eye?
Which text mentions eye disease?
Crazy Gamer is saying it's D.
Okay, Crazy Zimmer says it's D.
Let's see.
Anyone else has a different answer? Anyone else has a different answer for question number 11? Okay, Devi Nandana says it's C.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other answer? Anyone?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. First, let's go to text D. See if there's any answer relating eye
Eye
disease.
disease. When you
Okay, let's
quickly
go. Let's
pass through
quickly.
this, you cannot find an eye disease in D,
Yes,
so it's obviously not D.
D
So, as Devi Nandana said, let's look.
at text C.
Yes. Yeah. Here we got cataract.
Right. The last sentence of text C. Cataracts are a known health effect from UV radiation exposure, and eye protection is essential when tanning.
So, what's our answer?
So, what would be the answer? What would be the answer? Yes.
Yes, Careless, Alina, Alfie. You picked out the text correctly. So can you tell us the answer?
Yes, Devi Nandana got it right. The answer is
Cataract.
cataracts. Cataracts.
It's cataracts.
Okay.
Yes.
Be very careful. The answer given is a plural, not a singular. So the answer is cataracts. The S is essential. You have to you have to write the same word as it is given in the text. If the word given is a plural, you have to answer the short answer with a plural word. So the answer would be cataracts.
Yeah, Devinandana, Arsha, Careless. You just set the singular form, that is cataract, but in a text it is given in the plural form, cataracts. So make sure that you write S at the end of cataract.
You have to write the exact word which is given in the text. If the word given is a plural, you have to write the plural. If the word given is a singular, you have to write the singular form of the singular form of the word. If it is given in the singular form of the text. Okay, so here it is given cataracts, which is a plural form. So the answer is cataracts. So S is essential. The S at the end of cataracts is essential.
Shall we move to the next question?
Sure.
Okay, the 12th question. What was the main active ingredient in the skin lighteners used by majority of women in Dhaka? So
So what are the keywords and in which text can you find these keywords? Question number 12.
I think right from the name of the place itself, they can easily identify the text.
Yes.
Any responses?
Question number 12. Which are the keywords and in which text can we find these keywords? Okay. For question number 12, the main keywords would be active ingredients, skin lighteners, and obviously
Majority
the
of women.
majority and in Dakar. So those keywords come in which text? Yes, active ingredient is a keyword. Yes.
Okay, Devi Nantana is saying it's from text B.
Yes, obviously.
Yes, Devi Nantana, you are right. Because right from the word Dakar itself, we can point to text
Yes,
B.
women in Dakar. Yes.
Okay, some are
Uh,
saying women in Dhaka. Okay, along with that, the main active ingredient and the skin lighteners are also keywords for this question 12.
Majority as well. Majority.
Yeah,
Majority is also a keyword there.
yeah, yes, majority also. So I think we can check text B.
Text speak. Yes.
Yeah, here we got the keyword main active ingredients.
Yes.
So,
That's in line number 7, I think.
yeah. So the sentence goes like this: 68 of the 99 selected women used skin lighteners during their current pregnancy. The main
Inactive
active
ingredient
ingredients being hydroquinone and highly potent steroids.
used by 44 and 24 women respectively.
So,
Okay.
can you tell us the main active ingredient used by the majority of women in Dhaka? You should be very careful when you answer this question. Yeah, student lifestyle is saying it's hydroquinone. Let's
D.
see, yeah, what are the other responses?
Right. So we got one answer. What's the other answer? So we identified the relevant text and the relevant part of the text. So all we have to do is find the right answer. As I said before, the sentences in the text are often paraphrased. Okay, they have the same meaning, but they're constructed in a different way. So when doing these questions, comprehension is very important. You have to be able to understand what is the meaning of the sentence in the text. Okay, if you misunderstand the meaning of the text, you won't be able to find the right answer. So comprehension is very, very important.
Yes, fast reading plus comprehension. So Kepler is saying hydroquinone and
And
highly
highly
potent
potent
steroids.
steroids.
Devi Nantana also got the same answer. So please just, okay, we will just go to the question quickly because I think they haven't got the question correctly. Let's read the question once again. What was the
The
main
main act.
active ingredient in the skin lighteners used by majority of women in Dhaka? Here you have to give preference to the word majority of women. Then find out the answer. I think most of them got tricked here.
Yes.
They haven't looked for majority.
The most important word in this question, the most important keyword in this question is majority, because the right answer for this question hinges on that particular word, majority.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go back to the text.
Yes. So just go through that sentence once again and tell us the answer.
I'll read the sentence again. 68 of the 99 selected women used skin lighteners during their current pregnancy, the main active ingredients being hydroquinone and highly potent steroids, used by 44 and 24 women respectively. Okay, so what does this mean? First of all, 99 pregnant women were chosen.
Yes.
And among these 99 pregnant women, 68 women used skin lighteners. And of these 68 women who used skin lighteners, 44 women used hydroquinone and the other 24 used highly potent steroids. Okay.
Now you come to the answer. 44 women used hydroquinone and 24 women used highly potent steroids. So what would be the answer? I think we can go back to the question so that we can read the question and come to the precise answer. Now read the question. I think we can discuss the answer.
Right.
And the answer is hydroquinone.
The answer is hydroquinone alone.
Yes.
It's that one word, hydroquinone, not hydroquinone and highly potent steroids, just hydroquinone.
Yes, Devi Nantana said it right. It's hydroquinone because only 44 of the women of the 68 used hydroquinone.
Right.
That 44 elect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of the 68 women, only 44, which is what
The
majority
majority
of the women who use skin lightness used hydroquinone. Okay, the word respectively is used. 44 and 24 respectively for hydroquinone and highly potent steroids, which means 44 women out of 68 used hydroquinone, which means majority of the women who used skin lightness used hydroquinone. So the answer is hydroquinone.
Devi Nantana got it right. Care Plus got it right. Island Peter got it right.
Right.
Akila got it right.
Now,
this is how we have to answer the question. Right, Ashwin?
Yes.
Yes. There may be some tricky parts in the question. You have to identify its answer accordingly. When you read the question first at a single go, you will feel that both hydroquinone and highly potent steroids can be the answer for this question. But as you read through the question very specifically, you can find out that majority is,
A keyword.
yeah, it's a keyword.
The most important keyword of all.
Yeah.
Right. Now let's move on to question number 13. What are the most common sources of UV exposure other than sunlight? So, what are the keywords here? Question number 13. What are the keywords here? Question number 13. What would be the keywords?
Most common
Most common
sources,
sources, UV exposure,
exposure.
and okay, those two are the keywords.
Yeah.
Most
Then
common
even other
sources,
than sunlight, that phrase is also important, I feel, in
yes,
this case.
other than sunlight.
Yeah. So Devi
So,
Nandana is saying it's in C.
other than sunlight, yes, that
Yes,
is
careless.
okay. Those keywords are correct. Yes. So let's move on to text C.
Iron is saying UV exposure. Okay. Yes. So here comes,
Fourth line.
you can read it.
Right. Sunlight and artificial tanning methods such as tanning booths or salons are are sources of UV exposure.
So
So
can you tell us the answer?
let's reread the question again. What are the most common sources of UV exposure other than sunlight? And what would be the answer from the text we just read or the sentence we just read? Yes, Devi Nandana got it right. Artificial tanning methods. Yes, the answer is correct. Artificial tanning methods. Okay. The text clearly says that sunlight and artificial tanning methods such as tanning booths or salons are sources of UV exposure.
Yes,
Okay.
Alina Joes also got it right. Artificial tanning methods. Mithu Varghese is saying it's salons. Actually, salon is one kind of artificial tanning method. So when you write the answer precisely, you must write artificial tanning methods.
Booths and salons are just different kinds of artificial
Artificial tanning
tanning
methods.
methods. So the answer is artificial tanning methods because the sentence here is sunlight and artificial tanning methods, and the question says what is the other source of UV exposure other than sunlight.
Sunlight.
So the remaining option is artificial tanning methods.
Yes.
Yes. So now let's move on to the next question. Next question is which skin cell pigment offers guard against UV exposure? Okay, so which are the keywords in this question? Question number 14. Which skin cell pigment offers guard against UV exposure?
I think without even looking in the text itself, they can answer this question. 14.
Yes. Okay, so which are the keywords here? Skin cell pigment is one, guard is another one, and finally UV exposure. Those are the keywords: skin cell pigment, guard, and UV exposure. So, in which text can you find these keywords?
Yes, Devinandana, pigment. Yeah, student lifestyle is saying it's melanin.
Right.
Let's see if more people are responding to the question.
Okay. So we got one answer.
Yeah.
Right. Skin cell pigment is a keyword. Yes. Guard against is another keyword. Yes.
Yes, Devinandana, the answer is
Yes.
from C.
Yes. Okay. Now let's move on to text C.
Second sentence. As skin cells are exposed to UV radiation, they produce a brown pigment, melanin, to protect themselves from further UV exposure. Yes, you got it all right. Careless, Akila. Yes, the
Yes.
answer is from text C.
And student lifestyle got the answer on the first try. That is melanin.
Melanin.
Yes. So in the second line, there is the keyword pigment, and in the bracket there is the answer is mentioned, which is melanin, to protect themselves. Okay.
And here comes the synonym. Because in the question it's given, which is the cell pigment that
Guard
guard
acts
against
against
UV
UV
exposure.
exposure.
And here it is given as protect themselves
Themselves.
from UV exposure.
Okay.
So, yeah, everybody got it
So
right.
yes, the answer
Mm,
is melanin.
Melanin.
So here the synonyms are guard against, which is the same meaning as protect
From.
themselves.
Protect from.
Yes,
Yes.
protect themselves.
Yes. Yeah, for melanin, there is no E at the end. Please take note of it. Careless.
Yes. Please don't make any spelling mistakes, especially since you are copying the word from the text. So please take care not to make any spelling mistakes, and also please get the first letter of the answers in the capital letters. Okay, the first letter of all your answers should be capital letters. Everyone, please note that.
Devi
No,
Nandana, you only need to write melanin for this question.
because the answer already contains the words pigment.
Okay, let's move to the next question. I
Right,
think it's the final question, right?
right. Question number 15. Which type of UV exposures could accelerate the aging processes?
So, what are the keywords in this question and where can you find this information?
Question number 15. What are the keywords and in which text can you find the answers? Find the keywords. Yes, aging is a keyword. True. Yes, aging is a keyword. You're right. Care plus is right. Aging process. Yes, right. Is that the only keyword? Is that the only keyword in question number 15?
Yes, that's found in
Right.
text C, Devi Nandana.
There's one more keyword there. Accelerate. Yes.
And
Either
type. Type is also.
right. Which type of UV exposure could accelerate the aging process? So the keywords are type, accelerate, and aging process. Okay, Devinandra said it's text C, so let's go to text C.
Here.
Right. Uh, the last fourth last line. UV radiation damage to DNA in skin cells can result in mutations that promote or cause cancer, and recurring UV exposures may result in aging. So we just found the relevant section where the answer can be found.
So
So
here we got the keyword aging, UV exposure, and what kind of UV exposure? Yeah. So, what is the answer?
What is the answer? We just located the relevance section. Yes,
Yes.
Alina Jose has got it right. The answer is recurring.
When Alfie got it right.
Yes,
Yes, Akila, you are right.
yes. Everyone got the answer correct. The
Devi
answer
Nandita
is
got it right.
recurring.
Yes, the answer is recurring. Recurring means repeated. I think we have discussed it in the last section.
Yes,
The word recurring. So, yes, Ashutosh, you are right.
yes. Everyone has got it right.
Right.
So that's the end for short answer questions,
Now we are moving to the final session
which is sentence completion
on
questions.
fill in the gap questions.
Right.
Here comes another 5 questions for this session. So, as we said earlier, make sure to begin the answers in capital letters if the gap is at the beginning of the sentence. But if the gap comes in the middle of the sentence or at the last of the sentence, please write all the letters in small letters. That's the punctuation rule we follow for gap filling questions.
Yes. So if the blank comes in the at the beginning of a sentence, the answer should start with a capital letter. If the blank comes anywhere other than the first word of a sentence, it starts with a small letter. So as Feba mentioned earlier, punctuation rules must be followed, and grammar is very very important. So let's move on to the questions. Question number 16. Dash are proven to be effective in the treatment of some dermal conditions. So what are the keywords and in which text can we find the answer to this question?
We are discussing question 16, fill in the gap questions. So here we got the word effective treatment,
Dermal
dermal
conditions.
conditions.
And also we can use the word proven.
Yeah.
So question number 16. Which are the keywords? Yes, Alfie Vineeth. The keywords are effective, treatment, dermal conditions. Yes, those are the keywords. Now, can anyone please tell us in which text can we find those keywords?
Yes, Soumya, you are right. Dermal condition is a keyword in this question. So I think
Let's,
move to text A.
yes.
I think that would be easy for them to find out the answer. So can you please tell us from text A, what's the precise word as the answer for question number 16? Yes, Trudy, you got it all right. The keywords are what he said are right.
Okay, which is the exact section in text A which contains the answer? That would be from line number 5 from the dialogue. Okay, although steroids can be useful in treating some skin diseases such as psoriasis and eczema, This must take place under the supervision of a skin specialist.
So can you tell us the answer? Any responses? Anybody got the answer? If you could pick out the answer, please respond.
Yes, Nidhu Varghese has got the answer correct. The answer is steroids.
Steroids.
Right. Now, what is the synonym of dermal condition given in the text? Can anyone please tell me that? What is the synonym for the word dermal condition
Yes,
given the
Soumya,
text?
you are correct.
The synonym of the word dermal conditions is skin diseases. Okay. Dermal means relating to skin and disease is a condition. So the synonym of dermal condition is skin diseases. Right.
Okay, Devidantana got it right.
So
Tracy,
everyone got it
Eva
right.
got it right. Yes.
So the answer is steroids.
Steroids.
Although steroids can be useful in treating some skin diseases such as psoriasis and eczema, this must take place under the supervision of a skin specialist. Meaning what? Steroids can be used to treat some skin conditions. That's the meaning of this sentence.
Yes.
So the answer is steroids.
You all got it right. Good attempt, everyone.
Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Question number 17. The soaring prevalence of dash is genuinely appalling. Question number 17. The soaring prevalence of dash is genuinely appalling. Which are the keywords in this question?
Here you are getting some synonyms in this question 17. So please take note of that and find out the answer. Because you can't find the exact word for question number 17 in the text.
Yes. Yes, soaring prevalence is one keyword. Yes, that is correct. And what's the other keyword? There are two keywords here, soaring prevalence and genuinely appalling. Okay. The next keyword is genuinely appalling, not just genuinely appalling. So those are the keywords, soaring prevalence and genuinely appalling. Now, in which text can we find keywords or the synonyms of these keywords? Right. Okay, so everyone understood which are the keywords in this question. Now, everyone please find out in which text you can find these keywords or the synonyms of these keywords.
I think we can switch to text D
D, yes. Let's move
so
on to
that we
text
can
D.
find out. So, yes, everybody got the keywords right. So we have moved to text D. And from this text D, you have to find the answer for question 17. Please be aware of synonyms and try to find out the specific answer.
The answer is in the last sentence of this text, in the double quotes, the dialogue. The rise in incidence of this type of skin cancer is truly alarming. So the answer can be found in that particular text. Sorry, though that's the keyword.
So here we are actually getting a paraphrased version of the sentence in question, right?
Yes.
So all the
So,
synonyms are used and you got a paraphrased version of the question in text D.
okay. So what's the first keyword? The first keyword is soaring prevalence. And the synonym for this keyword is the rise in incidence.
Incidence.
Okay. Soaring means to rise or to fly. That's the meaning of the word to soar. It means fly. And rise also means you're moving upwards. So rise in incidence means what? The increasing number of cases. Soaring prevalence also means the rising number of cases in malignant melanoma. So that's the synonym for soaring prevalence, which is rise in incidence.
So student lifestyle has asked one question. Appalling and appealing may same. No, both are different. Appalling means shocking
Yes, appealing
or
means
alarming.
Yes, appealing means interesting.
Yes,
Both they are both opposite.
different words. And the pronunciation is appalling, not appalling, it's appalling. So, okay, there in the sentence it's given the rise in incidence of this type of skin cancer. So, can you please tell us what kind of skin cancer is actually on the rise? Skin cancer is not the answer. Just read the text. The
Read the
rise
text
in
carefully.
incidence of this type of skin cancer. What type of skin cancer?
From the if you read the text, you can understand that the answer is a certain type of skin cancer.
I think Alfie Vineet got it right.
Yes, the answer is
Malignant
malignant
melanoma.
melanoma. Right.
Because right before the sentence, it's saying about malignant melanoma.
Wales alone has 500 cases of malignant melanoma a year, the most dangerous and potentially foremost skin cancer, resulting in nearly 100 deaths annually. The rise in incidence of this type of skin cancer is truly alarming. Okay,
So,
alarming is the synonym of genuinely
appalling.
appalling. Right.
Truly is
Alarm.
genuinely.
Genuinely alarming.
Appalling is alarming.
Alarm.
Yes, Jyotis, you got it right.
The answer is malignant melanoma.
Melanoma.
Yeah.
Not this type of skin cancer. You have to specifically answer what type of skin cancer. And it is given in the previous sentence. It's malignant melanoma.
Okay. I mean,
Yes, Devi, you got it right.
it's also said in the same sentence. Okay, continuing on. Between
Yeah.
2006 and 2016, Wales saw the rate of malignant melanoma in men and women double.
Yeah.
Okay, so malignant melanoma is mentioned twice. The answer is malignant melanoma, which is that specific type of skin cancer.
Yes, Silan, you also got it right.
Okay,
So let's move to next
next
question.
question. Yes. Question number 18. Darkening of the skin plays a role in dash, including skin cancer. Question number 18.
Here also synonyms are coming into play. So can you identify what are the keywords in question 18? Yes, Soumya, you got it right. Malignant melanoma.
That was the answer to the previous question.
Yes.
Now we're discussing question number 18. The darkening of the skin plays a role in dash, including skin cancer.
Crazy Gamer got it right. That's the answer for the previous question. Now we
Everyone,
are discussing question number 18.
what are the keywords in question number 18? Darkening of the skin plays a role in dash, including skin cancer.
I think we can move to text number
Text C.
C.
Yes. because text C contains, mentions melanin, which is that, no, sorry. Yes, text C mentions melanin, a brown pigment. Also, it also mentions, right, tanning is the skin's response to ultraviolet radiation, a type of light exposure. As skin cells are exposed to UV radiation, they produce a brown pigment, melanin, to protect themselves from further UV exposure. This results in a darkening of skin, which is the body's natural defense mechanism and attempt to prevent further damage from UV radiation.
Yes, Mayuri, Island, darkening of the skin. So can you find out the synonym for darkening of the skin from text C? What's the synonym for darkening of the skin? Then you can find out the answer easily. What's the one word for darkening of the skin? Yes, Island, you got it right. Tanning is darkening of the skin. Yes,
Yes,
Devi, you are
yes,
right.
yes, tanning is the synonym of darkening of the skin. Okay, one thing you need to keep in mind is that keywords and answers need not necessarily be in the same sentence. Okay, you have to keep that in mind. Sometimes keywords and answers may not be in the same sentence. They might be in separate sentence. That's the case here. The keyword is in one sentence, but the answer is in a different sentence. So yes, tanning is the synonym of darkening of the skin. So what is the actual answer?
Yes, you have found out the synonym. Now find the answer. What's the answer for the question 18? Yes, Akila. Yes, Shibu, Alina, Mithun,
Okay,
Mayuri.
so we read the sentence for darkening of the skin. Now we'll continue. Sunlight and artificial tanning methods such as tanning booths or salons are sources of UV exposure. Sufficient amounts of UV exposure are known to cause adverse health effects in humans and are a public health concern.
Then comes the next sentence. Tanning and burning play a role in health effects, including skin cancer. So, can you tell us the answer? I think we can move to the question once again. Darkening of the skin plays a role in dash, including skin cancer. So, what is the answer for question 18?
Okay, what is the other keyword in the question other than darkening of the skin? That's one keyword. What's the other keyword? The other keyword is skin cancer.
Yes.
So where can we find skin cancer in text C?
Alfie, yeah, Alfie saying its health effects. Let's see some more responses. Yes, Devi
Yes.
Nantana is saying health
Health
effects.
effects, yes. Anyone else has a different answer?
Island is saying the same thing.
Okay, so majority of people are saying
Health
health effects.
effects.
So the answer is correct. The answer is
Yes,
health effects.
health effects.
The last sentence we just read, tanning and burning play a role in health effects, including skin cancer. The answer is health effects. Yes.
So you all got it right.
Okay. Now let's move to the next question.
Women who used dash had comparatively small placenta. Question number 19. Women who used dash had comparatively small placenta. I think you can quickly identify the text in which this information can be found. Can you tell us in which text can this information be found?
Which are the keywords in this question? Women who use dash had comparatively smaller placenta. Question number 19. Which are the keywords in this question? Okay, the keywords here would be comparatively smaller placenta. That's the main keyword. Those three, that phrase, comparatively smaller placenta.
So Devi Nandana is saying this information can be found in B. Yes, Devi Nandana, you are right. So I think we can jump to text B
Text
to
B.
identify the
Yes.
answer.
Right, the fifth last line. No difference in the main outcomes of pregnancy were found between skin lightener users and the others. However, women using highly potent steroids, when compared with those who did not, had a statistically significant lower plasma cortisol levels and a smaller placenta, and presented a higher rate of low birth weight infants.
So you got the specific texts for the answer. So can you tell us what's the answer for question 19? Yes, Middu, Devi, Alfie,
Okay, those are the correct
the
keywords.
keywords.
Now, what's the actual answer? What's the specific answer for this question? Yes, everyone got the keywords correct. Now it's time to find the answer, the specific answer. Yes, Alfie has mentioned an answer that is highly potent steroids.
Middu just typed it down potent steroids, but there it's given highly potent steroids. Yes, Devi Nandana.
Yes, the answer is highly potent steroids. Yes,
Alina is right.
right. So the fourth last line, however, women using highly potent steroids, when compared with those who did not, had a statistically significant lower plasma cortisol level and a smaller placenta.
Alina got it right. Mayuri got it right.
Yes,
Well done, everyone. So make sure to write highly potent steroids, not just potent steroids.
that phrase is the answer. That entire phrase, highly potent steroids. Those three words are the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next question.
The last question of the day.
Question number 20. Dash is vital when the skin is darkened. Question number 20. Dash is vital when the skin is darkened. I think it's obvious in which text you can find the answer to this question.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
we've already uh, we've already found which text contains skin and darkening
Yeah,
the skin.
yeah.
Okay, let's jump to text C.
Yes. We saw tanning in text C, and there we
Darkening
have
the
the
skin.
answer for question 20. It's easy to identify. Can you please tell what's the answer for question 20? The last question of the day. And again, you have to look for synonym.
Okay, the specific text section is the last sentence of text C, which is cataracts are a known health effect from UV radiation exposure and eye protection is essential when tanning.
I think one. question has now come from
Okay.
student lifestyle. We
Okay,
can
use
use only one
one
word,
word,
right?
right?
No.
No, that depends upon the question.
We have said already that the answer can be a word
A
or a
phrase
short phrase.
or even a number.
A number. Yes, at times it can be even a number. Not only one word, the answer can be a short phrase or even a number.
Yes, the keywords are vital and dark skinned. So, uh, what are the synonyms for these keywords in this text?
Yeah, Alfie got it right. Akila got
Vital
it
and
right.
darkened.
Yeah, they found out
Yes,
the synonyms.
yes.
And
We
Alfie
got the answer. The
has
answer
put
is
in the
I.
answer.
Yes, the answer is eye protection. Yes. So the synonym of vital is essential. Okay. The synonym of the word vital is essential, and the synonym of skin darkening is tanning. Okay. Those two synonyms can be found in the last sentence of text C. Cataracts are known health effect from UV radiation exposure, and eye protection is essential when tanning.
So all of them got it right. Island, Mayuri,
Devi
Devi
Nandan.
Nandana, and who else? I can see some name.
I think it's Alfie.
Not
Okay.
yet reflected completely. So
Okay. Right. The answer yes. Eye
I
protection. Right. So the answer is eye
eye
protection.
protection.
Right. And since this is the first word of the sentence completion, the E should be capital.
Capital letters.
So that's the way we do sentence completion questions.
Yes, all of you got it right, and thus we have come to the end of reading part A 20 questions.
So we hope this session was helpful to you all. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
Thank you.